What's going on, my friends? I'm in something a little different today, and to be honest, I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna get some of the normal views you see when I'm in my Model 3, because we don't have a glass roof. To my disappointment, with the Ford Mustang Mach-E 4D Select, you don't get the glass roof. That's unfortunate. A lot more details to come about the Mustang in the future. We're about to pick up a customer here that's on a pretty good distance trip. Make sure I don't miss them. Where's my hazards? I gotta figure out some of the little things. Oh, they're right here. Cool. Right at the bottom, pretty obvious next to what looks like parking assist and the parking brake. I'm messing around with a few different interfaces now since we have Apple CarPlay, which is awesome. All right, here's our customer.
This is such a cool car. Never been in a cool Uber.
Yep, this is the electric Mustang.
Oh, okay.
From Ford, the Mach-E. Let me get us started. Here's a temperature feel okay for you back there?
It's okay.
All right.
I appreciate it. So you don't use gasoline for this car?
No, this is fully electric.
Oh, okay, that's great.
Just like the Teslas.
Yeah. Well, it's nicer than a Tesla, though.
Oh, you think so?
I mean, I don't have one, but I've been in other Ubers that are Teslas. And I guess this one is prettier. And then the color and everything just adds up to it.
I do love the ice blue color.
Yeah,
it's really nice. My favorite, personally, that I've seen is the more electric blue. Ford calls it the grabber blue.
Okay.
And it's a lot brighter. It's kind of hard to describe. It's a little bit lighter than actually like this nav blue.
Oh, okay.
Very eye-popping. I guess that's why they call it grabber blue.
Yeah, of
that
course,
makes sense. You're my first customer in the Mach-E, and it's awesome to hear you just go, it's nicer than a Tesla. Mine looks just like that. I have basically that same color, the midnight silver Tesla there.
Oh, okay.
I'm a car guy in general, and I grew up in a Ford family, so I do have a little like nostalgic bias towards like the Mustang and the F-150 and all. I did think it was a bit of a travesty to call a four-door SUV a Mustang.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly have never seen a Mustang that was a car. When I saw like the Mustang on it, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be like a super small sports car, right?
Right, you would think.
Yeah.
It's interesting, like seeing the pony and the lights, because it's the same design language as the coupe Mustang that we're all used to.
Yeah.
Except this thing is a crossover.
No, it's really cool, actually.
It's definitely spacious.
Yeah.
It moves like a Mustang. It's similar to Teslas. These things will go. Here's a little taste of that acceleration.
Yeah, I mean, I can only imagine.
And did you hear the engine?
Yeah.
That's fake.
You're kidding.
Because it doesn't have a gas engine.
Oh, you're right.
That's called propulsive sound. You can turn it on and off to give you that like Mustang feel. It's hilarious. It sounds really good. I was surprised. But it's really funny because it's totally fake. It's engineered.
So, I mean, it's a cool experience, but you can go on this car and you don't hear like a sound, because electric cars are like pretty
super quiet because they're insulated really well. If there was no material blocking the noise, you would hear like an electric like whine, like a hum.
Oh, okay.
Similar to if you've seen Iron Man where his glove sounds before he blasts it, where it's like wee.
Yeah.
That's kind of how the electric motor sounds.
Of course.
Most vehicles, especially like the Teslas and this, they're really well insulated, so you don't hear that.
Yeah.
So you generally just get a really quiet ride. Now it should just be totally quiet. Now you shouldn't hear anything when we get on the throttle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that weird or what?
No, it is completely.
No noise.
I can imagine it has like an explanation to everything. I don't know a lot about cars, but like I know it's super complex to understand everything. And I think everything has like an explanation to it, right? So if it's not necessary, it's just like for your mind to think that you're driving a Mustang.
Yeah, it's a little taste of nostalgia. Like growing up around sports cars and always just loving fast things, the sound of a good V8 engine, that rumble, you know, it's nostalgic. It feels good. It's like a feeling of power. And I can see a lot of people liking it. Given I've been in a Tesla for 3-4 years, I'm really used to just the nice, quiet power. I kind of look at it like when people know they're badasses, they're not talking about it.
That's right.
You know, they're not like, yeah, I'm on, or like the people in the gym that are like grunting like super loud, and you're like, dude,
stop it.
Just stop. You don't need to be doing that.
Yeah.
That's how I view, because this kind of power is stronger than most gas cars, but without the need to go. Wah!
Yeah. So I mean, in gas cars, you get like a number on the motor, right? Like on the my small little car.
Typically, you get like a size to your engine. Yeah.
A size. So what? Does this have like something similar to it? Like, can you?
Completely different world.
Okay.
Yeah. So with, I'm not exactly sure if they're using a permanent magnet motor in this or just a standard induction motor.
Okay.
It's single drive, so you'll notice there's no shifting of gears. It just kind of feels like an airplane. You just kind of go. It's the same in the Teslas and most EVs. I think the only one I know of that has a two-stage transmission is the Porsche Taycan. Okay. And it has that for high speed efficiency on the highway.
Got it. Do you charge this in a Tesla charging station? Or
not yet, but that's an exciting thing that I'm really happy that Ford and other companies are finally doing, is they're going to adapt the Tesla charging standard, which is super smart because the charging network from Tesla is the most reliable and it's everywhere.
Yeah.
And I've always thought it's kind of dumb that you have to worry about fitting the right charger when you don't have to worry about fitting the right gas nozzle.
Of course.
Everyone can just go to a gas station.
Yeah.
I think it's super smart to adapt the already established and really good system. Currently in this, and I haven't done it yet because I haven't had to charge this yet, I have to use a third-party system like Electrify America or EVgo, and I've not heard the best experiences from that. So I'm curious to see how it varies, because with our Teslas, you know, you just go up to a supercharger. It's got a small, super convenient plug. You just plug it in, and when you're done, you just unplug and leave, and it auto debits through your Tesla app. And it's all connected because Tesla's very heavy software based. Like I have both of our cars just right here. Okay. And Ford has something like that called Ford Pass. Given that I'm using a Ford partnership program to use this vehicle, I had to request access, so I don't know if I'll get it.
Okay. How often do you have to completely charge a car if you move like a normal person?
Yeah, not too often, depending on which variant you got. So this gets about 240 miles, same as my Model 3 does. My wife's Model Y gets about 320. And like the average person driving around, if you have more of a standard job, you're not always on the road, you might have to supercharge maybe once a week. Most people, and unfortunately I can't count myself among them, can charge at home. Because you can just plug in. So we have to rely on the Tesla charging network. What's cool there though is like on the Tesla screen, we have a little lightning bolt you can press and it shows all the chargers in the area.
So you have this beautiful car in the streets?
Yeah. There's a couple of cool EVs on our street too. We live in an area that's pretty quiet. Haven't really had any incidences, knock on wood. But yeah, I fantasize about the day that I have a garage and a cover and being able to charge at home.
Does your wife also drive Uber?
Not as much. She doesn't do the customer facing side. She does DoorDash and Uber Eats if she wants to make some extra cash. Yeah. Just to, you know, pay off some extra credit cards and such. This type of gig work is so great for being able to make some extra money. It's stupid easy.
Yeah, I mean, and then you can work whatever time you
yeah. That's how I was able to actually take on another job, because I can just kind of move this around that.
Yeah, of course.
And you do, granted, have to be okay with driving a lot.
Yeah.
Because it can get frustrating. I drive so much that most of the things that would aggravate people, I'm so used to that I kind of just shake my head.
Yeah.
Like all the dumb things people do on the road.
I mean, I guess the most frustrating thing is when there's like traffic everywhere, right?
Yeah. I do my best to avoid that.
Yeah.
Like my weekdays, I'll start at like maybe 4:30 in the morning. And then I'm done in the mornings by like 7.
Oh, okay.
If workload's not too crazy on the mechanic side, then I can maybe get back from like maybe 6 p.m. to 9 after evening rush hour.
Yeah.
Trying to avoid the crazy, the afternoon rush is worse than the morning rush.
Yeah. Well, that's great. I mean, like having a side hustle is super convenient, right?
Yeah, it really is.
So how do I open this thing?
So there's a little lever down there. You just pull that backwards.
Okay. Just push?
Pull it toward you.
Towards me? Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Okay. Let me bring in a bunch of these.
Yeah, sounds good, thanks. Having the little Prindle knob down in the center console is interesting. I've never really driven a vehicle that has that. You know, the Ford Transit van that I use for work has a normal key. That's fun. A little different. Polestar 2 chilling right there. First customer in the Mach E on Uber, and one of the first things she says is she thinks it's better than a Tesla. Hey, I am keeping it real with all of y'all. Personally, I don't like it better than my car. I like it a lot though. I enjoy driving it. It's nice. I've told some people that it's kind of like when you're infatuated with somebody new. So this is like the early stages of the romance, being in a different car and one that I've been wondering about. So we'll see how that holds up over time and use. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I am going to try to figure out a way to incorporate more of the visual experience you're used to in the Tesla. Again, no glass roof makes it really hard to suction, or makes it impossible to suction my camera where I normally do, or the good microphone. So we're using the Hero 10's mic right now, and we did throughout the whole ride. So apologize if the audio quality is not up to standard that you're used to, but hey, I'm gonna try to brainstorm and adjust as we go. And if any of you guys have ideas for ways to make it better while using the Mach E, please hit me up. Let me know in the comments as well as on X, and I will catch you guys in the next video.